Look at a couple pieces of ore I've collected from different spots in here in Arizona. This piece I call it the green mine. This one's obviously a lot of iron, a lot of limonite in this one. This one is incredibly easy to get to. You can get to it with any type of car, just about. Yeah, you can, as a matter of fact. This one's very, very easy to get to. Maybe one little wash to drive through, but you can still get there with two-wheel drive. That one sits unclaimed right now. I'm not going to tell you where it is. These two pieces are right down the road from it. You're going to need four-wheel drive to get to these, though. Kind of give you the texture there, that quartz. Got the oxidation, got the mineralization on top of it here and there. Pretty neat. Where this came from, get some sulfides in there. You can get a little galena in there, right about there too. This one has a quartz vein on the surface exposed. I'd say about 25 feet long. There's a single drop shaft, goes straight down, no drifts in it. From what I can remember, they didn't even bother to sample drill the sides of this. They must follow a vein straight down, and that's it. But I mean, it's got maybe 8 foot cut out of the center of it, and the rest of it's just sitting there. That's going to be one I'm going to have to run a core drill on. This one is right down from this one. I call this one a 232. This one's a 233. It might be backwards, but you can see all that black quartz crystals in there, just coated with iron. Some copper in there as well. Obviously that green. It tells some prospectors just a lot of stuff. And then obviously just tons of mineralization in the back end of this quartz here. So this one's another good one. This one you can park a four-wheel drive truck about 6 feet away, and you'll never see it unless you know exactly where it's at. It's just the way it sits on the hill and the way that terrain is. You've got to know it's there. Otherwise, you could trip all over it and fall into it. No fence, no wires, no nothing. It makes that one kind of dangerous, but that's a neat one. And plus, there's one. What's the two? This is 232, 233. There's another mine down there. They had a head frame on that I couldn't see into. The head frame's rotted out. The 12 by 12, you can break apart like they're splinters, actually wrenched out to the bolts. But those are 3 very, very interesting mines I want to get to. And this whole area is just known. I will say there is a major mine. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold here. There are actually two mines in this area that produced from, I'd say, probably the late 1890s up into the 1960s. And these are kind of in the same general vicinity, same mining district, obviously, but still showing really good signs of ore there. This little papoose right here, what I like to call him is barbecued chicken, or that the quartz looks like it's been basted, like chicken skin. You baste it with some barbecue sauce, throw it on the grill there, kind of burns a little bit. That's what that looks like. This mine shut down in 41. The shaft itself, you can drop an extended cab truck in it any direction you place it flat. It's a huge shaft, huge. That is, I'll keep it quiet where that one is. Same for this one. This one actually is a vein that's on the surface that has never been touched. It just happens I was driving the right place one day in the ATV and looked down and say, hey, that looks interesting. There's 2 mines very, very near to this one. I think one of them only shut down about a couple of years ago, but that's on the surface there, and that's pretty nice looking. This one comes from one of my couple claims that I have. This one isn't as much quartz, but this one here, this larger piece, again, that barbecue chicken look to it, kind of. But that's just one big chunk of quartz there. That's going to have to go through a crusher when we get through building it. But that's kind of what I have as far as load ore samples in the house right now. There's a couple more I have laying around here, but I'm not sure exactly where they came from. It's what happens when you have a house full of quartz, and rocks, and tables, and shelves full of ore samples. Sometimes you forget. But these are the big ones. I mean, one, two, three, 4, 5. Actually, it's 6 places that I can get to. This one I'll never touch just because it's an area I just wanted to look at for a sample, but can't actually mine it. So there we go. Oh, if you want to compare this, these samples really, they look a lot like what you'd see in the Mariposa district in, I think that's in California. There's another district in Nevada that produce a lot of, a lot of this dark metallic ore or dark quartz like this. Usually doesn't show a lot of ore. Or these don't show a lot of gold. This is going to be stuff that's pretty small. You're going to have to crush it down. You don't want to go past 200 mesh. Obviously, end up with a slime. You can't. It's really hard to gravity separate it. But this is stuff that would be good to take it down to 100 mesh. Gravity step out with a multi-stage process, finishing up with a shaker table or a miller table. But this doesn't even include the mine we just founded. We think it has about 10,000 tons of ore still sitting in it. And there's another spot near this bad boy, near these 3 samples, that is it's got more chalcopyrite than I know what to do with in it. So I'm assuming there's some gold in there too, at least a little bit. Need to get that one fire assayed. But that's kind of what I have laying around the house right now.